Welcome to another week of exciting NWA On Fire Professional Wrestling, and I'm Tommy Savoldi with my co-host, Tommy Hunter.
Always a pleasure to be here with you, Mr. Savoldi.
Absolutely.
Look at who we got this week. We have here the Blue Knight and the Disco King himself. Look at him jiving over there. Jivin Jimmy.
Jivin Jimmy. Boy, the man has some moves for a man of his weight, doesn't he? I mean, he can move.
He got more moves than a bowl full of Jell-O.
Yeah, that's got to be jelly, because jam don't shake like that. You know that, Tommy.
I love that one. There you go. Look at it, just bouncing on that middle rope there before he gets in.
Unbelievable.
He looks like he has a good time no matter what he does.
And there's the Blue Knight, all 108 pounds of him.
Soaking wet with a rock in his pocket.
But I tell you what, he can handle his own in the ring.
I've seen him do some stuff I've never seen a guy twice his size do. So because that's good, because he's so small, he's so spindly, he's so wiry. He can do a lot of things in the ring that a bigger man just cannot do.
He's very quick, T. Very, very quick. And boy, I tell you what, they're going against two really. I tell you, if I met these guys in an alley, I'd be heading south, big time.
If they were headed north, right?
Oh yeah, these are the Execution. They look like two lean killing machines, T. I tell you.
Dressed all in black with those, well, pardon the saying, misfits-looking masks, and I say that simply because they look like they belong in the punk band, the Misfits, with those masks on.
They don't talk, T. They don't in the dress. They just sit there. You know, I've seen some of the boys trying to get a conversation going.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
And
no,
it just doesn't happen.
No, absolutely not. Did you get that Misfits reference I said before?
Absolutely.
Oh, you know who the punk band the Misfits are?
Uh-huh, sure
I'm surprised.
I do.
Tommy, I would have bet $10 you had no idea who they were.
Well, let me put it to you this way, brother. There might be a little snow on the roof, but the boiler still works fine, you know?
I'd bet money that's not Glenn Danzig. That's definitely not Jerry Only under those masks.
Well, I don't know who it is, but I tell you, they're just unbelievable.
They just lumber around that ring.
They lumber around the ring. Look,
look. Here he comes.
Here he comes.
Jivin Jimmy, that's, I guess, Executioner number 1. I don't know how we're going to tell him apart here, fans. Wow, he's really putting the boots to Jivin Jimmy, though.
Jivin Jimmy is getting what for right now, boy. And the referee's trying to take control, but he's backing up, too, and I don't blame him.
I don't blame one iota. Oh, raking his eyes, his face on the top rope. You lose an eye that way.
I tell you, these two guys, there's no holds barred with these two guys.
And there's another kick from Executioner number 2.
Look at the way he stares down that ref.
Oh, wow, a big boot. These guys all dressed in black from head to toe. These guys just give a whole new meaning to the word gothic, don't they?
Absolutely.
Now he's on that throat now, Jivin Jimmy.
I tell you what, I noticed that referee doing a back step.
Oh, I would. Here comes Execution number 2. The second one's a little smaller, but
he might be a little smaller, but he's a little wider, too.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was going to say he's definitely a little on the heavier side. Wow. Uses all that weight, though. Dropping that arm in the back.
Look at this. He goes.
After the Blue Knight.
The Blue Knight. He took one right on the head. Here comes Jivin Jimmy off the rope. Oh, what a big clothesline he caught. Wow.
The Execution number 2 is just staring down everybody. Here comes Execution number 1 now. He's got a 5 count. They can do a double team, which I believe they're going to do here. Yep, off that rope comes
Jivin Jimmy.
Oh, double elbow right to the throat.
Oh, do you think he felt that? Oh, look at this, down with a double elbow again.
Wow. The Blue Knight wants to get in there, but the ref says, well, you're not tagged in yet.
Look at this, you got a choke on Jivin Jimmy.
Well, the ref's back was turned, so why not?
They are two intimidating guys, boy, I tell you.
Where did these guys come from, Tommy?
I have no idea, T. I tell you.
He's taking shot after shot from Jivin Jimmy and didn't even phase him.
Rakes his eyes. He raked Jimmy's eyes. Now a big rake down his back. Oh, boy.
Those fingernails are going to leave a mark, I'll bet. Look at the other executioner. He's just looking up into the sky for a second.
Yeah, he's
just watching all the devastation that goes on here. And now he's choking. I think that's a chokehold, ref. Ref's checking that. No, he's saying it's not a chokehold, but I'd bet differently.
It looks like a chokehold to me too, T.
Looks like the Blue Knight, he's trying to get in there, but Jivin Jimmy's just too far.
I don't know whether the Blue Knight is really wanting to get in there right now.
They need a fresh man in there definitely, but right now Jivin Jimmy just cannot make the tag.
Jimmy's taking a lot of punishment, T. A lot of punishment.
I've seen Jivin Jimmy give out a lot of punishment, but I don't think I've ever seen him manhandle quite like this.
Shot to the side. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Now he's just kicking him. Looks like he's getting out of the ring for a breather here. You know, it's not always a bad idea. You know, if you're being taken advantage of like this, it's not a bad idea. You see the Blue Knight go over to check on him. Not a bad idea to slow the match of the pace down. Pace of the match.
Roll out. But look, look at
wow.
this big boot to the Blue Knight.
Hey, to the mush he got him.
Oh, good golly. That was a devastating blow to the Blue Knight.
And now the Blue Knight is in. I guess he's the legal man now.
They're just tossing him around like it was a paperweight.
Like he's a rag doll. Here comes the second executioner. Oh, I'm sorry. That's execution number 1. I'm getting my numbers mixed up here a little bit. Picking up.
It's kind of hard to figure out which is which here.
Yeah. You see Jivin Jimmy crawling over to his corner.
Oh, big backdrop. Oh, boy, I tell you, that Blue Knight is really taking a lot of punishment. You know, and he's a small frame guy. You know, he can't take it like Jivin Jimmy.
Well, Jivin Jimmy still does not look he looks worse for wear here. And what are they doing now? Double fist to the back.
Oh, good golly.
And now looks like they're setting him up for another double team.
Oh!
Double drop. I'm not sure what they call that, but I call it devastating. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
Boy, I tell you. And they could have ended that a lot sooner, too. They just want to prolong that match, I tell you.
I agree with you, Tommy. I think they just wanted to have some fun. Looks like they're going to have more fun post-match now. Care of the Blue Knight. Bringing him up for another backslam. Wow!
Well, I know a lot of their future opponents are watching them in the back room on TV, and they wanted to make a statement to them. That's exactly what that was, T.
What's that statement? We can devastate you?
That's absolutely. Absolutely.
Look at this, a double choke slam.
And they're still going on to Jivin Jimmy. Look at that.
Wow, you're right, Tommy. They wanted to make a statement, and they definitely, with an exclamation point at the end of it, made a statement.
Absolutely. Welcome to the NWA On Fire.
Whoa! Drops Jivin Jimmy again.
That referee should get in there and do. Well, and again, if I was a ref, I don't know what I'd be too anxious to jump in there myself.
Yeah, why don't you go do it, Tommy?
No.
Why don't you go do it? Why don't you stop all this devastation?
No.
Let me pull out your chair for you.
No.
Wow. Well, brand new tag team here at NWA On Fire. They are Devastation Incorporated, also known as the Executioners.
And boy, do they live up to that name. Hey, Tommy's corner next to me. I got two of the most, I don't know what to say. They're called the Executioners. They're new to NWA On Fire. And I tell you what, I'm a little disturbed standing in between these two weirdos. I'll be honest with you. Okay, now what do you guys have to say? I mean, do you talk? What do you do? Oh, where you going? You just can't walk out on Tommy's corner? What is that? I don't understand it. I tell you what, it's getting weirder and weirder. This is Tommy and Tommy's corner. I'll see you again next time, and I'm going to keep an eye on these two guys. Hey, up next, the great Apolo El Leon makes his return to the NWA On Fire, and he's going against Tommy Mack.
Fans in the ring, you see right now one Mr. Tommy Mack.
One tough cookie. See, he's one tough cookie. This guy's built low, but mean. I mean, he's built like a fire hydrant.
Tommy Mack has been